Buddy. Oops. Hello, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers. And today is day 26 of the Print on Demand Challenge.
Stream 85 plus live channels with no hidden fees.
Uh-oh. I heard something. So we are now in the place where we are about to start the process of transitioning to physical products. So let me just say this. I tried to give everybody a pep talk yesterday. It may or may not have worked. I don't know. But I want to say that I think first I need to ask this question before we go too far. One, what questions does anybody have about yesterday or this last week's assignment? Because it is Sunday, it's the start of the new week. We get to hit the reset button. What questions, concerns, problems, things that you're unsure of, can I answer and address right now for you? Okay. So on this journey, I've tried to pace this course where it is, we're doing one thing a day or taking on one piece of information a day. There's a couple of times where I've given you two pieces of information. I'm really not trying to overwhelm anybody, but I want to know if you feel like that this class is paced well, and if you feel like you're starting to get the information that you need, or it's still too soon to tell, or is there something that you feel like is missing? I know I asked three questions. So let me just start with, do you feel like this class is paced well? Or do we need to speed it up? Or we need to slow it down? You can be honest. Or if you want to type it in the chat. Okay. And then do you feel like you're getting some of the information that you need regarding this class so that you can begin the process of getting started on your print on demand journey? Or do you feel like there is more information that you feel that you need? And you can be honest.
Well, me personally, I think the pacing is fine. I feel like I'm getting what I need. But then again, I probably have a little bit more experience than other people on the call.
Okay. All right. And that's fair. That is fair. Plus, I'm excited about your choice. I like your choice. It's a great choice. All right. Well, thank you for that. And again, I'm open. Look, I am thick skinned and easygoing for the most part, and I can handle anything. So if you feel like we need to pick up the pace a little bit more, or we need to slow it down, or there's more information that I need, I want to make sure we're either in a good place or that I can make adjustments to the next couple of weeks worth of classes. All right. And is there anything that you feel like we haven't covered yet before we get into actual getting started with physical products that we haven't covered yet, that you feel like we still need to cover that, or do you have that in the future?
So I have a question.
Yes.
Since I am late to the party, which is usually my I don't do it on purpose. It's just it happens.
It's life.
So we talked about downloadable products earlier today. Is there a piece of the training that talks about how to do, like how to set all of that up? Because I haven't gotten to the point. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's in, I feel like it's in class 4 or 5.
Okay.
I know in class 3, I actually showed you where the downloadable is. I actually walked through creating a listing. So I kind of went through that high level. And I actually showed my screen for creating a listing. And so, yes, there is a place that's further down when you're creating the listing. I want to say it's like right before you hit the save or submit button, and you're going to choose that it is a downloadable product, and you're going to upload your printables there.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you get to that place where you, like, I can probably show it. I don't know if I'm logged into my account or not, but or logged into my test account. So I can maybe not show my screen, and I got to go find my password for the test account. I don't know what it is, but I can show it to you again if you're not able to find it for sure. So I can do that for sure.
Well, unless somebody else has a question, it would be nice if you could show. I know I'm gonna go back through the training.
Okay.
But the other question that I had too, do you touch on any at all about picking a store name?
We have not gotten a store name. That is this week. We're going to be going through branding and store name. And then this week, the plan is to actually go through and connect, like set up your choose a print on demand supplier. So I may go with someone like Printful or Printify just to kind of give you an idea. I'm really interested in looking at gelato because I'm hearing a whole bunch of great things about gelato. But
Okay.
Setting up an account and going through the whole integration of connecting it to my Shopify store so we can take advantage of some of that automation. So that is planned for this week, along with branding. And as part of branding, we're going to be talking about your social media assets, and we're going to be talking about your store name and your colors and all that other fun stuff.
Oh, okay. Because I have a store name right now, but it was more so for my daughter's stuff.
Okay.
And it's an account that I've, had with Etsy for, I don't know, a long time.
You don't have to
Um,
change that if you don't want to, but if you do want to, I mean, it's ultimately your call.
okay. All right. I might think about changing it only because I can integrate her stuff into it. But if I have like somewhat of a generic type of a store name, that's a
Okay.
little catchy, then it'll be all encompassing.
So my test account is my kids' account. It is a legitimate account. It's one that I created years ago. I have 2 Etsy accounts, and so my test account is the one that I created for my son Nicholas. We had some products that we had up for a while, and then I took those down. So now it's my test account. So I never know what the login ID and password is at any given moment. So let me go over here, and I have to go to my login and password spreadsheet that my VAs use to get it. All right. And what I may do if this week, as we go through the exercise beginning tomorrow or Tuesday, we go through the exercise of creating our account on a print on demand site and connecting our account to our Etsy store. And so taking advantage of the integrations that may be available based on the provider that you choose. And then creating or uploading our design onto that print on demand site and making it, like creating our mock-ups. That exercise is probably going to take longer than the 30 minutes. So we'll probably break it up into 2, maybe 3 pieces. So if that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then that means that leaves us Friday and Saturday to do branding. And I have already mentioned that Wednesday, depending on what happens, I may have to pre-record it. So I'll give you all a heads up. And did everybody get the email? I sent out an email. Did everybody get the email? I just want to make sure you guys got the email.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I did not see the email.
You do not see the email?
I didn't.
Whoa. Well, how did we miss you?
When did you send it out?
I sent it out probably about an hour ago.
Okay. I may not have checked my other junk in the last hour, so I'll check those.
Okay. All right. If you don't have it, you can definitely send me an email at ecomsellersmastery.com and I will definitely get that to you.
Okay.
Not intentionally trying to leave you out.
Oh, I understand.
Not
Thank you.
intentionally trying to do that. All right. So let me go and create a listing. Get into, hold on. I'm not in the right place. In just a second. There we go. All right, I'm going to show my screen, not the password spreadsheet. Hold on. Not be in the wrong place. Not that you care about all my other passwords to my other stuff. I have an amazing group of ladies in India that are helping to support me because I am no longer a superwoman. I've run solo for a very long time. Okay. Okay. So I think I just manipulated one of these at one point, but I can go over and we can start the process. So the first thing, sorry, let me go backwards. So creating a listing, once you log into your back office, you're going to click on your little house, store manager, shop manager, and then you can click on the plus sign and upload a photo. I have no idea what photos I have on my computer, but I'm just going to grab some photos for the sake of grabbing some photos. Okay, so these are not legitimate photos. I'm just grabbing whatever is in here based on what I think. None of them fit the size requirements, that's for sure. All right, let's just see. Nope, none of them. Does this one fit? That might be the only one. Nope. So clearly all of my images that I have downloaded, these are not legitimate Etsy images. These are just images for the sake of having images. Okay, so none of them work, but that's okay. The triangle means that there's a problem with the image. And so before you move on, you want to fix that. I know the problem is more than likely that the size is too small. See? So that's the reason why I'm getting the message, because I just randomly chose some images. These are not legit images to go on anything. These are just images that I had on my computer. Okay, so as I go down this path, and you could upload, as I mentioned before, you have the ability to upload a video. So you can turn your stills into an animated video. You want to give it a title. So I'm just going to be title test for the purposes of getting through this. Who made it? I did. Is it's a finished product because we're creating our designs. And it was recently created. Now, if you choose like made to order at some later point for the things that you're going to do print on demand, then you can choose made to order for that. Then the category is printables, digital products. So I don't know, we'll just choose this one. And we're going to say it's wall decor. Oh, it's already there. Okay, fine. Then colors, optional. I don't have anything for me to choose. I guess I'll go with white. Secondary colors, height, weight, all of that's optional because again, normally with shipping, you need to know height and weight and width and all that other stuff. With shipping, orientation, horizontal, vertical, you can choose all of that. I'm not going to choose any of that. I could also indicate that it's for a specific holiday. So the holiday that's coming up is like the 4th of July. So I could claim that it's for the 4th of July. And then the rest of these, you could choose any of these as well. I am going to go straight down to where it says whether or not it is physical or digital. So the automatic renewal means that and when it expires, you're going to be charged 20 cents. So as you create your Etsy account, you're going to have to add a bank account to that. So the bank account serves two purposes, one to pay your fees and one to get paid. So you want to make sure that you've populated the places where you need to set up your bank account information for getting payments, and if it's the same one for your transactions, then you can put that there as well. If I choose digital, once I choose digital, I got to put a description in here. And then after I choose description, I can put my tags in, make sure you don't overlook the opportunity for tags. So definitely watch the keyword sessions. We did, keywords everywhere. Oh, Lord. eRank and Google Trends. And then I showed you the little hat trick with keywords, searching on using the search box for Amazon, eBay, Google, and even Etsy. All right, so you can set your price. So I'm just going to put $1 and quantity. You can put a quantity there. And then this is where you're going to see after you choose digital up above, this becomes available. And now you can upload your file and it'll be available to you. And then you publish after you re-review everything that you populated. So that is, again, the short version of creating that listing. And I'm not keeping this. Oops. Discard changes. There you go. So I hope that helps. What other questions can I help with? Can I answer before we talk about the suppliers today?
How many photos should each listing have?
You know, the school of thought is there are times where it makes sense to fill up as many that you have available to you. So when you're on Etsy, like depending on what listing you're looking at, and if we're talking about tote bags, because we're going to go and maybe create tote bags tomorrow or the next day. My son is in here clearly. Uh, he's working on flashcards again, which is good. So this is probably maybe a print on demand type of tote bag, maybe. I don't know if it is or isn't, but you'll see that there's a few different pictures. This one has the dimensions, and they created an image with the words on. This is their choice. You can do that in Canva. This right here. This is a little maybe more elaborate, but again, this you probably could create in Canva as well. So that one has 5. What I suggested when we started this journey is to go and look at what it is that you're creating. Go look at your competitors and see how many pictures they put up. And so that'll give you some insight as to potentially what you feel like the trend is. So filling up all of them doesn't hurt, but I would at least have at least 3, 4, 5 at a minimum. The more you have, that could potentially help you close the deal and get more sales. So this is kind of cute. They used all of their images. This is really cute. But whatever they're selling, this tote bag, this what is this is it burlap? What is that? Is that burlap? I can't think of words, guys. I promise you. After COVID, like words don't come to me as fast. But I can tell you, this is definitely superimposed on here. So you can tell it's not weaved in. And I can tell that just because I do enough images where I've modified the image to overlay something onto something. So I do enough of those to know that this is not what it really, it won't look like this exactly. But anyway, is that burlap? Let me read it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is burlap. Okay, good. Whew, at least I still know stuff. So it was like, I don't know what that is. So here's the designs that they're superimposing onto these bags. And these are all cute. Very, very, very cute. They're doing customizable based on the person's name. And so, you can, I like this a lot. I think it's great. But you can tell that this is clearly superimposed on here. This is clearly superimposed on here, which is fine. You can do that. So what the final product will actually look like when it's actually printed will be slightly different because it will actually be into the burlap versus this overlay that they got going on. But it's cute. I like it. So they're using all of the real estate. So if you decide you're going to do tote bags and I suggested that you look at, when you type in whatever it is, you're looking at the search terms. So let's say tote bags, and let's say I was doing a tote bag with a scripture on it or a quote, or with a quote. Okay. All right, so here's a lot of tote bags with quotes. And so if this is the thing that I plan on selling, if I plan on selling tote bags with quotes on them or tote bags with scriptures or whatever, when I first do my search, I'm going to probably look at the first 10 listings just to see how many images they created. And as you can tell, they're using the same pictures. Just probably place it more than likely because it's the exact same picture, just a different image overlaid on it, which is ironic. And then this again is the same one we were looking at before. So if I click on it, I can see this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 images. So that one has 9 images. And so that's my potential competitor. I'm going to pull up each one of them, see how many they have. I'm going to make a note of the words that they have in their listing and the title. I'm also going to make a note of the words that they have at the bottom describing their listing. And I'm going to take inspiration from those as a hint on what are the things I need to make sure my listing has no matter what. So this one only has 3 images. They just have the 3. That's it. That's all they got. Let's see, go backwards. This one has 3 images as well. So they just have the 3. That's all they got. They don't have a lot. So now you've got these. This one has 7. This one has 8 or 9. I believe this one has 3 and 3. So you can figure out what your average might be. 4 was probably good based on what it is that you're selling. So this one they turned into a video. You can see their second picture is the video. And they probably use that, because Place It you have the ability to turn something into a video inside of Place It. I don't know if you remember that from yesterday or the day before, whichever time we covered Place It, which is a great tool. You had that. So they have the 3, and that includes their video that they've created. And this one, they have several, so they probably got at least 7 or 8. So that's what I would do. Go look and see what they have, how many they have, and then see what the averages you feel comfortable making, including with yours. Make sure that your images that you attach, you have which one is going to be your key featured image, and then which one, the other ones are going to be your secondary images. So what's the main image that you're trying to stop people in the scroll? And when I say stop people in the scroll, right now, if I start at the top, I'm just scrolling through all the pictures. Something's got to make me stop. And more than likely, it's going to be the image and not the words. So they're going to see potentially, depending on their sort, if their sort is based on relevancy, they're automatically going to see all of these awesome tote bags is what they're going to see. But if their sort is based off of price, they're going to see price first. So I am searching for, just the words. And so I'm going to look at the first 10 and then use that as my basis on what are the words I want to make sure are in my listing. How many pictures do I want to include? And maybe my average is going to be 4 or 5. And that's what I'll choose. But I would do it based off of whatever you've chosen to sell. And I would name my image files. Do not upload your image files with all those weird letters and numbers that when you download them from your website or from either Canva or Place It or whatever tool you're using, you download it and it has all these weird names to it. Rename the images so that your product can potentially come up in the image search as well, Google's image search. I think that's an unsung opportunity. Try not to have spaces in between the words. Use an underscore or a dash to separate it when you name the image file. So, does everybody understand what I mean by that? Naming the image file?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So make sure there's no spaces because what happens on the back end is that I believe the JavaScripting inserts percent signs and some other weird characters in between there. And people are not typing tote percent, bag percent, with percent, quotes percent. They're not doing that. They're typing tote space bag, tote space with tote bag with percents. Like they're just typing it out. They don't think about all the extra spacing that the internet is adding. So definitely use dashes or underscores in between the naming of your image file. So I will say, like, this one is kind of cute. It stopped me in the scroll. I want to also point out something up at the top. So as I am scrolling through these based on relevance, clearly this combination of words that I've put together is somewhere in this listing's body because that's how it figured out the relevancy. So when you are thinking about your products that you're going to create listings for, think about how people are going to type to search this thing. Think about how you would type potentially to search this thing. And always keep in mind the things that they may type wrong because the thesaurus can be your best friend or related things because the thesaurus and also incorrect things can be helpful in having your product be found. So keep that in mind as you're filling in the tags or any keyword fields, how people might be searching for this thing because it clearly brought up. If you want a tote bag with a quote, it's got it. This one's got Christian gifts. So again, Christian gifts. Let me see what this one says. Oh, it's the same seller probably. Yep. They have a lot of reviews and they have sales. So I do want to point out something while we're here. One of the other things that I have learned on this journey is that the more promotions or sales that you put up, when you put up a sale every single day, it actually drives more traffic to your products. The algorithm likes it. Whether you're selling on Etsy, whether you're selling on eBay, whether you're selling on Walmart, the algorithm likes when you do promotion sales, coupons, whatever. And so your stuff is going to get featured. You see all these ends in 4 hours, ends in 7 hours, ends in whatever hours. The same thing happens on eBay when your listing is about to end. Even if it doesn't have a sale on it, like eBay starts to show those things that it's about to end more frequently towards the end of when that listing is about to go to sleep, and you have to relist it or reactivate it, renew it, whatever. So that's just a little hat trick I've learned over the years, and it is a valid hat trick that you can use. So even if this tote bag is normally, let's say that the minimum amount that you really wanted for this thing was really $26.50 already. So you can price it high and then offer a sale to drop 10% off, and people believe that they're getting a deal. And that's a strategy that sellers have used for years. So it's not, something new that I'm mentioning today. Okay. Any questions about this? Did I answer your question? Sorry. Did I answer the question? I'm going to go with yes. All right. I don't hear anybody. Okay. So we are going to look at 3 more print-on-demand suppliers. And I think we looked at Sunfrog yesterday, so I'm going to move on. So this one is a Spreadsheet. So you can sell on their marketplace. They're just like, if you think of them similar to Zazzle and Redbubble, like they're very similar in the fact that you can put your products on their website, or you can put them on your own store, like your own Shopify store, or you can put them on a platform. So if you want this listing that you create, the product, the print-on-demand product that you design, if you want it to be on Etsy, if you want to put it on eBay or Walmart or Amazon or some other platform, Google Shopping, then you have some integration options available to you. They have lots of products that you can customize. PayPal is an available option. And most of the sites, like they will use a payment processor. I don't know how many actually have PayPal as a payment processor, but a lot of them will have Stripe for sure. Like they want a regular credit card that's validated. Again, you can set yourself up to get a commission or a minimum payout, much like Zazzle, where you can put your product up and then it can be customized from there. And so using their marketplace reduces your marketing that you have to do. So, you could create a bunch of designs, just put them up on Zazzle and Redbubble and put them up on Spreadshirt and go with it. I keep on saying Spreadsheet, but it's not Spreadshirt. The thing is that you have to do some of your own advertising, and some of the designs can, over time, customizations to your design can get expensive. So it's a great way to get started if you want to look into them further, giving you that option. The next one is JetPrint. I have not used JetPrint, and I am still hunting for information about them. So I do know that they have no minimum order. They have over 300 plus products that you can customize, and that their global shipping is available within 5 to 9 days. So they have tracking services. That is good for global shipping, that it's available in 5 to 9 days. So within the US, my assumption would be that it would be at least at a minimum 5 days. And that's always the challenge as you sell print-on-demand products. Like, what is the processing time and the shipping times? How long is it going to take for them to, pull the item, print it, package it up, and get it off to the shipping yard, get it off to UPS, FedEx, USPS. So that's always a challenge. But if you're looking for a way to get started in a specific niche, the thing I like about JetPrint, based on the research, the minimum research, and I'll show you in just a second, like they have some unexpected products available to be able to sell. So we'll look at that in just a second. And then Gelato. This is the one that I want to actually start with pretty quick. because I've been hearing that their print on demand processing is fast. Now they are global, so that makes it great. And I believe in the US they have 34 print shops. I could have that wrong, but I'm still researching to find more information about them. I've only heard about gelato in the last, I feel like the last 6 months, maybe 9 months. So I don't feel like Printful and Printify and Redbubble, like they've been around for a while. Zazzle, they've been around for a while. So I don't have enough information. I do want to test them for sure. And I plan on doing that. And they have integrations with other sites. Like if you have a Shopify store, you can do an integration with Gelato. So I do like that. So I've opened a bunch of pages. So let's just close all these pages because I don't need this many pages open. And let's go look at spread shirts. Nope, not going to get anywhere there that way. All right. So spread shirt from a product standpoint. Okay. So they give you a list of their best sellers. Of course, right now, 4th of July t-shirts are trending. Why wouldn't they? Black History t-shirts are trending. Summer t-shirts are trending. Vintage t-shirts are trending. Okay. Tote bags, tank tops, licensed merch. Okay, so those people that are approved to be able to sell licensed. And I think towards the end, we'll definitely do an exercise on helping you guys get be able to sell licensed merch. There is a process you have to go through to be able to sell licensed. So sometimes you get the opportunity to create some amazing designs. Clearly, the Minions movie is coming out, so licensed merch could be in your benefit. So they've got t-shirts, kids, baby, accessories, as you can see. Pretty close to the same things that most of the other platforms are selling if you're like looking and comparing. And then of course they've got stickers. So you can come back and look at them and do some research on them, see if you like them, don't like them. Most of the sites, when you first come to them, they're going to offer you a discount. So just be prepared for that. Then the next one is Jet Print, I believe. So Jet Print. So this is the first time when I came to this site that I was like, oh, watches. If you don't know, I probably have close to 3,000 watches in my house right now. Not that I'm a watch collector. I am not. I just happened to cross a nice stash of watches and we're sorting them and pricing them. So we've been working on watches since April because watches require, depending on what type of watch it is, some of the watches that we came across are worth quite a bit. And so we have to go do some extensive research so that we don't get ourselves into trouble. But in any case, I like the fact that watches are an option. Also like, tennis shoes, but you can go through and look at the list of products. I don't have enough information about them to know whether or not, they will work for you or not. But again, I like what I see. And so my son, I could work with my son definitely on some of the tennis shoes. Although, the kids, they want a specific name brand, like they want Katie's shoes or whoever's. I'm like, we're not doing all that. They have dresses, they have jackets, shirts, and the shoes, and then watches. I think this is so cool. I am down for the watch game because as a parent of a special needs child, I can definitely create watches that have the, the autism puzzle and or, lighted up blue and all of that stuff. And those will sell like hotcakes. So watches. I've seen watches before. I've seen jewelry. I think a couple of the suppliers that we're going to go over, I think two of them have jewelry. So I thought that was pretty cool. Wall tapestry, that kind of stuff. So we can look and see what their best sellers are and new arrivals. So did I hit it or did I not hit it? Best sellers, new arrivals, see all. Okay. It may just be taking it back to the same thing. Okay, so it does say bestsellers and new arrivals. So that's what we see, same as their products. Something to think about if you decide you want to dabble in this, if you've got an artiste in your house, or maybe you just want to sell some plain blue or plain red tennis shoes, like your call. And then the last one is gelato. Gelato. I think it's ATO, maybe. And not the ice cream. I mean, you could do the ice cream if you want to. All right. So gelato is in, they have production in 34 countries. I don't know how many they have here in the US, the products that they have available. You look at their catalog. They have, again, some of the same things that the others have. Some of the same. Photo books. So for those that are thinking about doing recipe books, might be a thing. Tomorrow we'll go over Lulu. And then they've got hardback books. So recipe books will be a good one. Maybe we'll have to go see what the pricing is. That's always the thing, is what's their pricing? Calendars, what are they offering for calendars? So they're offering the long calendars. And yeah, we wanted to do a 12 by 12 calendar and we couldn't find anyone that would print it. I had to go with a local printer and then he was going to charge me an arm and a leg. Anyway, so it's like, yeah, we're not doing that. So these are all the things that they have available to them, and I am very interested in testing them out to see what's possible. I think the phone cases probably be an easy one to start off with, and to see what's possible. Their phone case. All right. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you're like, you can come back and make a note, watch this again, and go look at some of the sites. And a lot of them are free to get started. So you can, roam around the site, make sure it's free to get started. If some of them have a 14-day trial, I would not create an account until you're ready to, rip the Band-Aid off and jump in. So if you're ready to rip the Band-Aid off and jump in, then you can try the 14-day trial. You just need to be mindful of the ones, because this one, I think that's what I was trying to research, is what do they charge per month? And I don't know that I got a straight answer. So that's usually why the last two I didn't have enough information. So I'll see if I can get some more information about their pricing. Save with gelato. Yeah, this is all in euro. Can I get the US dollars? So yeah, I'll have to do some research and go from there. US. Okay. Well, US is in that bottom sign. All right. So that's all I got for right now. Are there any other questions I can help answer? All right. Well, I hope that this class is being a blessing to you. I hope that you're getting something out of it. I hope that you're able to use this to get started on your e-commerce journey. This week, at the end of this week, is the closure of quarter 2. We're going into the beginning of quarter 3. And so from a strategy standpoint, as we continue into July and wrapping up at the end of July, the goal, the focus, the plan is for you to be able to create a product from the main product that we started with. It's going to be something that you can offer a Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal on, or Small Business Saturday deal on. Something that you can sell that people will buy for Christmas, or will be interested in buying for Christmas gifts, or around the holidays, or something that people will be buying from this point, the end of July to the end of the year. So for me, I know planners start to pick up in sales. The 2023 planners are going to start picking up in sales in August, September. They're going to take a spike in October and November. Then they'll die off a little bit in December. And then January, they're going to sell like hotcakes. So from a strategy standpoint, just telling you my personal strategy, we are working on our 2023 stuff right now, so that our stuff is live if all goes well. At least one of our products will be live at the end of August. The next one will be live at the end of September. And then in October, the rest of them should all be live. So again, being strategic about what we're selling. I want you to begin the process of thinking about yours. This week is all about branding, and it's also about setting up an account with a print-on-demand supplier. So if you want to try Printful, we can start with Printful. We can start with Printify, and let's go through the integration together and get you going, and take those amazing designs that you created for your printables or downloadables, use those in your physical products. Okay, that's all I got. Please feel free to share feedback with me because I always strive to improve and to get better at what I'm doing. So with that, that's all I got. I'm going to say goodbye for now, unless you got something. All right, well, I'll see those of you that are coming tomorrow at 5. I'll see you at 5, and let's do this.
All right. Good night, Nicole.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.